What's up, guys? John Sonnemus here from simpleprogrammer.com. Today is a special day, a very special day, because I am announcing today the relaunch of my best-selling book, Soft Skills: The Software Developer's Life Manual. This is the second edition. So let me tell you the story of this book, okay? Because you may be familiar with the old version of this book, the first edition. Okay, and this was published by Manning. Okay, this one is published by Simple Programmer. Now, why? Some of you are already familiar with the story, but I'll tell you a little bit about what happened here. Okay, so last year in 2019, around October, I was canceled. I was canceled on Twitter. Okay, long story short, what ended up happening was I was involved with some social justice warriors who really, I think that people, I don't know, I was a bit of an ass. Sure, I was a bit of an ass. I called people some names, but I didn't really like what they were doing. I didn't like how they're picking on someone who I consider to be a friend of mine, and so I stuck my neck out there, and I thought, hey, there's nothing they can do to me, and there was. Believe me, about $400,000 worth of damages, more than that. Oh gosh, this has cost me at this point probably a good $500,000 worth of learning a lesson to just keep my mouth shut. But I don't know, sometimes you got to stick up for people. Sometimes you just got to say, hey, you know what, what's right is right. But regardless, whether you agree with me or not, I did what I thought was right at the time, and I stuck up for someone, a friend who I saw that was in trouble. Maybe I didn't do it the right way. I'll give you that, but I paid the price. And what they did was they went after my book. They went after the publisher, Manning, kind of forced them to throw me under the bus. I'm not too happy about anyone that throws me under the bus, I'll be honest with you, but I can understand the pressure that they put them under. They did the same thing with a little company called Pluralsight, who had my courses, like 55 courses I did for that company. They pulled off all those courses, basically kind of give me the, repent or we'll pull your courses off. And I was like, yeah, pull my courses off, because I'm not going to repent. I'm not going to go back and apologize for something I did that I intended to do. So what ended up happening was courses got pulled, book got unpublished, but the rights to this book, Soft Skills, they reverted back to me, the author. And so I said, well, you know what? This is actually a good opportunity, because a year before, in 2018, okay, and this isn't related, but when there was this version of Soft Skills, and it was doing so well, because it's a really, one of the best-selling books. The audio version has, this book is done, it's translated into like 10 different languages. It's probably sold, internationally and in the US together, at least like 200,000 copies, maybe more. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot of copies of that book, right? Because it was a good book, right? It was a very, very popular book, one of the best-selling software development books of all time. And so anyway, I had offered Manning, I had said, I'll give you $100,000 cash for the rights to my book, because of what I really want to do was put out a Kindle version of the book, because so many of you guys have asked for a Kindle version. Big publishers sometimes don't like to do Kindle versions of the book, especially when they have their own e-version of the book. Totally understand that. But Manning said no. They're like, no, we don't want $100,000 cash. We want the rights to the book, in fact, we want to make a second edition. So I actually spent last year, in 2019, I spent most of the year revising the book. I spent a lot of time, every chapter, got some edits to it. I added, gosh, how many new chapters in this book? Let me see. All right, okay, so what was taken out? The appendices, all of them. Originally, I had 4 appendices in the book, which talked about how money works, how the stock market works, the basics of diet, nutrition, and healthy eating. Well, those were valuable appendices for the curious. I felt like those concepts were far enough removed from the core mission of the book that they could be cut. Okay. I also cut a chapter on options trading, primarily because even though it's interesting, I don't really recommend it, and it creates very alluring side trail that can lead readers off course. I also cut chapters in some of the other sections of the book I felt were good, but really more suitable for standalone essays rather than cohesive sections. Okay, so don't worry. I added stuff to the book. I had to cut stuff to add stuff. This is still a big book. Look at this. This is 500 pages, and you can see the text on this. This is not small, or it's not big text like Complete Software Developer Career Guide. Okay, and I'll just read my writing here. But I didn't just cut things. Part of the reason that I made cuts so judiciously is that I use the word judiciously. That's I'm impressed with myself, is that I had more to say, more to share with you, dear reader, and I needed room for that. I updated many of the chapters, adding some new ideas and refining some old ones, pretty standard second edition stuff. But what should really interest you are the new chapters I added. By the way, I know this video is already like 6 minutes, so if you just want to buy the book and then you want to get the feature, the special I'm going to give you at the end of this video, go ahead, just buy the book, leave a review, and that's how you get the secret that's unlocked. You will have to send me an email. I will mention that in a minute. But if you just want to buy the book now, get the Kindle version, get the print version, get both, go for it. All right, but here's what I added. I added a chapter in the marketing section about building your brand on YouTube. Okay, how to build a YouTube channel. That was missing. Giving you another powerful option for marketing yourself. I also added a chapter talking about how to build true wealth, where I give you the exact financial concepts I've used to not only retire young, but to create millions of dollars of personal wealth in multiple areas. Very excited about this chapter. I added a chapter about fasting and my current eating schedule, which is just 1 meal a day. The benefits from this approach are astounding. I've never been in better shape in my life. And finally, I've added a chapter on a philosophical subject that had been key in shaping the direction of my life in the last few years, Stoic philosophy. This chapter you don't want to miss. In fact, you might even want to start off the book by reading this chapter first. Okay, I also renamed all the chapters of the book to make it more clear and straightforward. So I'm going to get to here what I'm going to give you. Okay, if you do this for me, all right, since this is launch day, all right, it's already been available on Amazon, but this is the official launch day. The goal, by the way, of doing this, of having a launch day, having concentrated sales, is because I want to boost the book up in Amazon ranking. So I want all of you to buy and tell your friends to buy today. Today is critical, okay? Not only that, but if you can leave an honest review, buy the book and then leave an honest review, okay? If you could do it today, I mean, skimming through the book, that'd be great. If not, if you want to leave it later, that's fine as well. I have some advanced copies I send out to reviewers for them to leave some honest review. But honest review, I don't want a 5-star review if you don't think it's 5 stars, right? Honest. I just want reviews. I just want the book to review. Okay, I believe it's really good. I hope you will. But even if you don't think it's good, leave a 1-star review. I don't care. Just, I'm not trying to game the system. I'm just being honest here. Okay. The thing I am trying to game is I'm trying to get as many sales concentrated as possible on one day, on this launch day. And I will bribe you for that. Okay. The reason why I want to do this is I want to rank it up in Amazon so it can earn its rightful place, replacing the first edition of Soft Skills, which is out of print, and people can find the book because it's a valuable book. All right. So what I'm going to bribe you with is this. Okay. If you do this for me and you send me an email at john@simpleprogrammer.com, just show me a screen cap of your receipt that you bought the book and that you left a review. I will give you one Simple Programmer course, whatever course you want. I have all kinds of courses, 10 steps to learn anything quickly, 10 ways to make money from your blog, how to market yourself as a software developer, real estate investing for software developers, whatever you want, whatever course you want, you let me know and it is yours. So that's your reward for sticking around and for doing this and for helping me on this. And please, if you can spread the word, if you want to write a blog post, whatever you can do to spread the word about this book, I would highly appreciate. I would very greatly appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you all. If you have the first edition of the book, buy the second edition. Trust me, there's new stuff in here. You're gonna like it, and I think it's a beautiful cover. This is badass. I like this one. So anyway, if you would do that, I would appreciate it. The audiobook will be coming out soon, but don't let that stop you from buying the other book, because the audio one is gonna take me some time to record and get that all right. And yeah, that's it. Go buy the book, and I will talk to you next week.